Okay, hi everyone. Yeah, so Carpentries Offline, where are we and what have we been up to? So of course the original plan was that we were looking at the problem if there's no internet connectivity during a carpentries workshop, how can we address that problem? And the solution that we came up with, and this was during a SSI collaborations workshop, was to use a Raspberry Pi and set that up as an access point to which all the learners can then connect and get the learning materials. And also the instructor would then have all the materials available to present the workshop. So with regards to that, what we've done the last, what's it, 2 years almost now, we've been having monthly development meetings. So it's myself and a few other people. I see of them, Abhishek and Colin Sazi, and so they are regular attendees. A couple of people from America and so on, and we've been working regularly on these solutions. So one of the first things we did was we came up with a logo. We also became sort of, I don't know if we can say official, but a recognized sub-community of the Carpentries. So we have a channel on the Carpentry Slack workspace where we chat and where people can contact us. Something nice that came out of this was so the two people in America, Vernalise Cruz and Ethan White, they were working on this Python package for scraping the Carpentries lessons from the Carpentries website. And they created a package which you can just run, and a Python package which you can run, and it basically downloads everything to your computer. And so this Python package has now become part of the scripts that is used to create the downloadable SD card image that turns the Raspberry Pi into an access point /web server /GT server. And the other nice part is that Vernalise will actually be using this in a PhD thesis. She will have a chapter on having developed this package for that. But then it became obvious that there was a need for alternatives, because people were saying, well, first of all, during COVID, Raspberry Pis became impossible to get hold of, and until a couple of months ago, you couldn't get them. And then many people would say, but okay, Raspberry Pis are actually expensive, especially if we're talking about people that don't have internet access. If we're looking at other countries, they don't have internet access, then Raspberry Pis are relatively expensive. And then, of course, most people already have a laptop or a computer available. So how can we use what they have? And so what I came up with was Linux on a flash drive. And I was able to use some of my funds to have nice flash drives, supposed to be eco-friendly because it's wood, and with a logo. And so we've been working on an image that can be written to the SD card, and that turns almost any computer. At the moment, it's just PCs, but we probably could do the older Macs. We'll be able to also create a flash drive so that you can boot from the USB drive, and that will turn your computer into a Linux server. And like the Raspberry Pi, it will be turned into an access point, a web server, a GT server, and etc. All the stuff that you need for the workshop. So pretty much what that looks like is the screen here on the left is what you typically get to connect to a network, and you'll see the second one there is Carpentries Offline. So when the server, whether it's the Raspberry Pi or your PC running from the flash drive, it will display your connections. You can connect, and on the right hand side is the web page that you get. It's a bit small there, but there you can see you've got the data carpentry, software carpentries lessons, and that still needs to be expanded. Also some downloads, and GT, which is the alternative for GitHub. But then in April 2023, we were running an HPC Carpentries workshop, and there were a few problems that popped up. People don't register for accounts, the login node disappears, and internet activity comes and goes. And so we came up with the idea of mini HPC. So I got some Raspberry Pis. The bottom one, the bottom picture here shows the Raspberry Pi mini HPC, and the one at the top is what is called a Rock Pi. It's a slightly different board, but along the same lines. And we created an HPC from that. I'm still busy working on that. So that will give you everything that most high-performance computers will give you with Slurm. And so, also the idea is we'll have an access point. You just locally connect to it, log into the main node, which in this case is the red one on this top picture. And then you can use this mini HPC for training. You can use it for prototyping, etc. So the milestones that we've reached over the last couple of years, we're able to present at CarpentryCon 2022. At RSC 2023, we won the Best Poster Award, and we also ran a hackathon at RSCCon 23. And now Colin, myself, and Abhishek will be going to FOSDEM 2024, and I hope they don't mind me giving it away. But we've been working on some gear for us to wear to be recognizable there. We'll be wearing belts with the Raspberry Pi logo on, and hopefully have some 3D printed tools to show that we are the Carpentries Offline folks running Carpentries, software Carpentries, data Carpentries, and library Carpentries workshops. And that's it. I hope it wasn't too quick or too slow or too fast.
Brilliant, Jannetta. Thanks very much. And that was perfectly within your 7 minutes. We've got 3 minutes for questions if anyone has any questions for Jannetta.
Sorry, I have one question. I couldn't find my raised hand button easily.
Okay.
So I want to ask whether there is any interest of having this as containers instead of bootable machines directly, so that maybe it's more portable.
Yeah, you mean just like having a Docker container or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's absolutely no reason why we couldn't do that. It's just
Well,
again,
we've already got one actually.
We do in the Docker.
Yeah, there's already a Docker container available as well. It was used for testing, but it's available if you want it out of a Docker container.
Yeah. Okay, so the answer is yes.
Okay, that's great.
Great, thanks very much. That was excellent, and nice to hear what your next plans are as well. Fantastic.